recording is now on, and I'll just double say it. Today I have Peter here, an affiliate marketer from FerryScanner, who has agreed to conduct this little interview with us and share his thoughts on affiliate marketing, specifically running by Tapfiliate. And I am Sonia from Tapfiliate Customer Success Team. I'll be asking questions today. So, okay, Peter, thank you once again for joining this call. We truly appreciate it. And before we go ahead with our questions, maybe we can just, give a bit of an overview of what your company currently does, even though I am assumed it's well known around your industry. So maybe there is something specific you'd like to highlight about your business.
Hello, Sonia. First of all, thank you for inviting me. It's a great pleasure being with you today. So to elaborate on FerryScanner, FerryScanner is one of the leading platforms where you can search and book ferry travel in Europe, but not only. So our headquarters is in Athens, Greece, and as you may know, Greece is probably the country with the highest intensity of ferry travel in Europe, maybe in top 5 in the world even. Because of the availability of so many islands in the Aegean Sea and also in other places in the Mediterranean. Also, there are routes between Greece and Italy, and it's really one of the most preferred mode of transportation. And since ferry travel is very specific, it's more complex than, let's say, air travel, because there are many classes of service, there are many fare types. Certain island residents, they have special discount because they live on a specific island. Also, you can take your car, your motorcycle, and your mobile, your camper van, and so on. So it is also very international, but also very domestic. So for the Greek nationals, this is like a commuter journeys to get to an island to see relatives or for holidays. But for foreigners, it is like part of their dream journeys. For example, Americans, Australians, when they come to Europe in let's say once in a lifetime trips, they also want to visit some islands, and they do a lot of prepping. They buy in advance, but later on travel plans change, so they need to modify, they need customer support, and a lot of other services that we offer. So we are very proud with our product, basically.
Sounds great. And it's also wonderful that your company is actually able to accommodate all of these needs and requirements, because it sounds like a full range service or something, what you described now. So it's definitely impressive, I would say. And we're really great to have you on board. And if I'm not mistaken, you are with us for almost 4 years by now in Tapfiliate.
Exactly. We started in 2021. It was right in the middle of the COVID pandemics, where nobody was traveling. So that was the period when we decided to embrace on the affiliate journey. And we've been together ever since. Very happy with the service, by the way.
Thank you so much for this feedback. I think it was probably a great struggle to boost your business during pandemics, because a lot of services went down just because nobody was actually able to travel a lot or even afford any trips at all. So this decision to try a different approach by implementing an affiliate marketing program was probably a good decision from what you described. Um, also, if we refer to your case study a bit, you've been mentioning that previously you have managed several affiliates by third-party service, and then you decided to switch to a full-range affiliate marketing solution.
Right.
And maybe you'd be so kind to elaborate a bit more on some specific reasons why you decided to proceed with a platform instead of a third-party service.
Yeah. So basically, those third-party services, if I may describe them, so basically, you don't know who the end users are, the affiliates. So they just promote within the network. The bookings come, you pay commission, but you have no control over the channel, over who the real affiliates are, and so on. We decided basically to take this in our own hands and have more control, speak directly to our affiliate partners, because this way we receive feedback, what they need, how they find the platform, and so many. With your team over the years, we have been communicating so many cases that are outside of the box, non-standard, that you were able to accommodate in a way.
Okay, thank you so much for these answers as well. And talking about your at the start of your experience with the platform, can you maybe share your thoughts if you've had enough time for the onboarding to set the things up before going live? How it was? Maybe you can remember some challenges you've bumped into while setting up the program and affiliate.
Yeah, well, it's not so easy because you have two different systems. Our system, which processes the ferry reservations basically, and it communicates with your system where the data goes. So sometimes adjusting both systems to work together was a bit of a challenge. There were, let's say, some fields that we needed to create because, let's say, with ferry travel, first you make a reservation, for example, today, but the reservation gets confirmed on the ship sail date. And there is no standard field in your platform sail date. It's so specific. And we needed to have it in order for the affiliate users to know when their commissions get confirmed, basically. But with the assistance of your team and the flexibility of your platform, we found ways to do that, basically. And those were the little things in the beginning that were a little bit challenging. Also, some statuses were not updating immediately that we managed to fix, but over time everything ran smoothly. Besides, we initially started with a small pool of affiliate partners. We did some limited campaigns, we tested. It was good that during COVID times the traffic was not so intense, basically. So we managed to streamline everything back then, 2021, I believe.
That's great news that you were, able to go full power after all. And if we're talking about affiliates, from what I know from the case study as well, you've been mentioning that you're not only working with the basic affiliates, but you also have some influencers onboarded. Maybe you could share a little bit about your influencer experience and how it differs from managing basic affiliates. Maybe you can also let us know a percentage or the ratio of influencers in comparison to your basic affiliates database, and how it is to work with influencers by using affiliate specifically.
Yeah, so basically, one of the, let's say, one of the target group is bloggers, travel bloggers. So basically, these are people who visit different countries, destinations, then they write about their experience in posts that are very well indexed in the search engine. So when you, for example, search for a holiday in Greece or uh, advice on travel to Santorini, such websites come up. Then you read, and there it says how to get to Santorini, use FerryScanner, and then there is the link. So traditionally, this has been a very well developed channel over the years, but recently, influencers are tapping into that market, and for travel especially, they are very effective because they visit a place and they are able to present the place with visuals, videos and reels and really nice pictures, and it makes people want to go there, want to go fast, and so on. And this year we did campaigns with selected influencers. Mostly they were from Greece, locals, but with a big number of followers. So let's say one campaign was leading to a lot of bookings, because the difference between influencers and bloggers is that influencers are campaign based, basically. So you visit, let's say, the island over the weekend. You have your materials running immediately, even live, and then they, for example, they make a video on a ship, on a ferry, talking about it and saying you can book it via FerryScanner. You can find the link here, and maybe adding a discount code in some cases if that is applicable. And then you have a runtime of this video when it is on the high end. People are watching. You have a lot of reservations, then it goes down, and finally it dies out. So with influencers, it's about activities all the time, campaigns, and it's very dynamic. Whereas with travel bloggers, when they populate their travel pages with the affiliate links, it basically stays there, and the pages, the older they are, the better, because they're indexed well. It's more of a search engine marketing thing. So both things are really different, but influencers are definitely on the rise, especially before it was only Instagram, but now TikTok is very powerful, really very powerful, and also Facebook. Like the older generation users, they also have reels that they can see. So this gave a big push, and I'm kind of happy because sometimes we get approached by I don't know what is the term, like influencer platforms. So basically
Mhm.
it's a third party platform where
Agencies or something.
yeah, something like agencies that they also want to have their bites, and they work with certain influencers. So if you remember, with your team, we were working on the MLM solution, the multi-level marketing that you have. That was kind of a thing to solve the problem. in that case. So there are really a lot of opportunities, and it's a global market. It's growing. It's huge.
Sounds promising. And also, to sum up all of your recently shared conclusions regarding influence marketing, it seems like it's really given your program a boost. And maybe you can say, like, in how many times does the income increase when you implement influencer marketing, or maybe some other, numeric insights that you could share with us at this point?
Look, it all depends. I'll be honest with you. We get inquiries by influencers on a daily basis, but we don't cooperate with everyone because
Fair enough.
uh, how can I say? So, if you are an influencer in Dubai, let's say, and you want to do a post about Greece, maybe your audience is not Greece is not in their top 5 or even top 10,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not going to have such a great impact. But if your audience is close to the market, for example, if the influencer is a popular person in Greece, and in July all the young people following them, they are dreaming about going to an island, then just one video can sell a few hundred tickets maybe.
Wow.
Just but video of somebody from Dubai, just mentioning, nothing attached here, uh,
Mm-hmm.
an example may not even sell one. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the difference. But if it's a blogger from Dubai and a blogger from Italy, there isn't such a difference, because when it's search marketing based, so somebody in the Middle East who wants to travel to Europe and is researching a destination will get that post, the book, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, yeah, we have a marketing team who deals with, especially with the influencers, so they have more methodologies to measure and track. But yeah, if I can summarize, so influencer marketing is campaign based,
Mm-hmm.
and very much depends on where the audience is.
Yes, this is very logical. So it also sounds like a key to a successful campaign is to have involving and related content as well. So it should basically and like directly relate to who their audience are, where are they like aiming to go, and so on.
But yeah, and with TikTok is especially important how interesting the video is. Because TikTok is more viral, so it's less dependent on number of followers, let's say. So if it picks up, then it's yeah, it's great. We have had our own videos that our team is producing. Uh, our team has produced for some, let's say, events, Christmas travel. Some videos had thousands of views, others not. So it's really, yeah, it's an interesting, intriguing game with
Yes,
with
a
the,
big field for the research, I'd say.
yeah.
I recently I watched some sort of a YouTube video about a comparison between Instagram and TikTok and how it differs between each other. And one thing I totally agree with is that Instagram requires a beautiful picture. It should be like all polished. It should look perfect. And in the opposite, if we talk about TikTok, it should be a really interesting content, or the interesting influencer blogger, whoever produces this. So it should somehow intrigue and interest, like gain the interest of their audience in the first place. So they're not there to appreciate the picture, but to actually get some insightful information about what they say, right?
Yeah, and TikTok is more of a channel where people share their advice, their life stories. It's more of a, like a vlog
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
in a
Yeah,
way.
and it's be a trend now.
Yeah, and TikTok is definitely the source where people seek advice, for example, more than Instagram, in my opinion. So this platform is we are monitoring because it's getting traction for sure, definitely.
It looks like it's still growing, and it still gives the opportunity to boost your campaign, your marketing campaign, your business at all. Since Instagram is more of the end result. Like this is what you get when you, for example, go to Greece, and this is how it's going to look like. Not about the practical tips. So totally different approach on how to present this content.
Right, right.
Well, in this regards, maybe you can tell us how would you cope with the drive in a competitive industry, because now it looks like a lot of companies offer different services for traveling, and maybe you have some insights on how you could deal with these challenges on daily basis, or like constantly solve any arising issues when it comes to uh, some approaches to highlight your services among your competitors.
Definitely, after COVID, during COVID times, e-commerce was kind of very hot. So people were shopping from home, watching
Yeah,
movies, and
the same.
whatever. But after COVID, travel picked up. Even we are seeing that in some countries where there is economic challenges or the growth is not so good, uh, we see that people don't cut their travel budgets, which is the first thing to do. Basically, you cut your luxury costs to pay the bills, but they don't, and they still travel more. And this is to as a result of COVID. Basically, people realize that the life needs to be lived, and it's kind of important. It's not a luxury item, because when they were confined at home and could not go anywhere, because if you remember, there were countries that were locked. I mean, population did not have was not allowed to travel unless there is some specific reasons, and like all the tours were frozen. Basically, the outbound tours, you could not even go alone, you could not get a flight. So they started to appreciate more travel and to value it, and it the those were strong years after COVID for the industry. Uh, and the downside is that it created competition. So if you look at the air travel, air tickets increased a lot in value. Long haul tickets between, let's say, Europe and Asia, they appreciated maybe 50, 60, 70%. But same goes for ferry travel. So ferry tickets also got more expensive. Let's say the first year, 21, 22, when there was some sort of a limited travel options. Everybody was enjoying free tickets because also they were afraid whether they would cancel the trips, and people were not ready to pay much. But now tickets are like this, so ferry travel has become more expensive. On the other hand, competition is investing more, so the whole landscape is very competitive. keywords are more expensive, advertising is more expensive, and in the end of the day, it's about getting your product competitive, the product itself, not the marketing, so that people like it more, the conversion is higher. And for example, with our ferry tickets, we tend to sell free cancellation tickets, so that it's definitely a better option than non-refundable ones. And we have those easily indicated at time of search, at time of booking, to facilitate the users to use the platform. Also, customer service is very convenient. On the website, there is a search box where you type your question, and somebody from support team answers within 30 seconds or so. A live person, I mean. So these things, they help to kind of get ahead, but it's tough. It's definitely tough, I would say.
And as human in your industry, maybe it will always be quite tough because it depends on so many factors, external ones, so many external reasons that could affect the whole way you run the business.
Yeah, and we are also, in the end of the day, we are a platform. We don't have our own ships, and we want to make the user experience as good as possible. But the ships are operated by shipping companies, by
Mhm.
ferry lines, and some of these ferry lines are very conservative with regards to e-ticket. So we need to look for solutions for ticket delivery, the software systems they use, and so on. So there are a lot of challenges in the ferry industry in particular. Uh,
Yes, yes. Like you need to connect many dots before presenting the end product to your end user.
we work with more than 100 ferry lines from different
Wow,
countries: Greece, Italy,
wow.
Croatia, Spain, the Scandinavian countries, UK, and also some markets outside of Europe as well, in Asia mostly.
Wow, wow. This is very impressive, Peter. And just one question to specify here. This, you know, uh, travel hunger trend you've been describing now that occurred after COVID kind of went down. Is this trend still rising, or you can see it's being plain and like there is no increase in the interest to buy more tickets or like book more travel destinations now at the end of 2024? Let's say so.
Um, well, it has been a strong summer, definitely. 2024 in Greece, in Croatia, in most of the sunny destinations, but also the weather has been good, and this is also important. So when the season starts and so on. For 2025, I'm not completely sure yet. I don't have hard data to compare yet. I mean, I don't have sufficient hard data. Probably it's going to be more challenging than this year, that this season that just finished, which is kind of normal, because also there are a lot of economic problems with many countries, basically, and this will affect the industry for sure, but not in such a grave way. Definitely nothing like we saw in the e-commerce or in the entertainment industry, that they shrunk a lot, and the movie producers going on strike and so on. I don't think so. Even some tourism markets are smaller still than pre-COVID in many countries. So, however, that world now is a little bit more tense with some conflicts in different places, and hopefully it will get further better in the next years. But we are not pessimistic. Let's put it this way.
That's good to know. That's good to know that there will be. I guess there will always be people who aim to keep traveling, and this is probably a very great news, not just for your industry, but also for the humanity in general. Let's say so. When you say traveling experience is not considered a luxury service anymore, but more a requirement for great life quality.
Yeah, and even if you look at the biggest countries in the world, like China and India, they already have quite a good travel market shaping up, and people going abroad and traveling. So the long-term outlook is definitely good.
Okay. I have another question, a bit of more related to our tool that you are working with. So maybe you can let us know, maybe in human hours or in your own feeling, how much time did you manage to save by using our tracking software to affiliate? Maybe you've noticed some improvements in your workflows, or maybe you can share or highlight how it helped you manage your uh, work tasks and so on.
Um, yeah, definitely the platform allows you to base most of the operations related to affiliate management within the platform, because it gives you tracking. So it gives you an idea of the affiliate performance. It gives you the idea of the reservations. It has very good export reporting and export capabilities. So basically, you can download CSV files and import in whatever internal systems you're using for further analysis, and definitely it helps a lot in managing the internal operations. Definitely. Basically, we don't need any other tool to support your tool.
Thank you for the answer. It gives a big overview of how it helps here. And maybe a bit of an like last question for me. It's a bit of an off-top question. I can hesitate but ask. Uh, we've already asked you if you would recommend affiliate to someone who is not using it yet, and you shared your insights. So maybe uh, you can also share your thoughts on why some companies that might be interested in it, why should they um, consider affiliate as the option for their affiliate marketing.
Yeah, so basically there's always the solution, always the choice whether I do my own or I go for a company like Tapfiliate. And sometimes it may be tempting to develop your own platform, because you can write down the specifications up to the very last details and have your team build it. But when you are a technology company, like we are a technology company, so we have so many projects going on, and most of the companies which have affiliate programs are technology companies in the end of the day. Then it becomes very difficult to maintain, to keep it up, and add new functionalities. You have the internal pipelines, and this little project needs to get its place there, and so on. And on the other hand, your platform is your business. So this little thing that would be um, low priority, let's say, for our internal team, it's high priority for your team because it is your product. And I have seen your platform improving greatly over the past 3 years. Let's say you had a new interface in the last this year, I think, introduced. It's much more user friendly. It has more functionalities, creation of deep links, and it's easier for the affiliate to navigate. So this is what I would recommend, is that going for a company like yours, and actually to your company, because I unfortunately I can't recommend anyone else. I don't, I don't know what they have, but we are very happy with your service for that respect. And that in the end of the day, even if we have a request about something small, and you would always listen, and maybe some other would have similar requests, and then you would introduce that functionality over the next cycles or whatever. So it's kind of a good bargain, I would say.
Thank you so much for this feedback. I'm really, really glad to hear that you are quite satisfied with what we offer for now. And just so you know, we'll be uh, growing more, we'll be improving the platform functionalities because there is still a lot to be done. And we're aiming for the best quality for our partners and for our potential users as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to achieve this at its soonest.
Yeah, I can confirm that things have been changing constantly, new things, better things, and the platform is alive. Because in this business, if you don't innovate, you die, and you innovate. I can confirm that.
Yeah, and we also aim to make these changes and innovations relatable for your needs because it doesn't probably make sense to improve something just to make it new and present some new functionality which is not that requested, but to serve our users needs is much more important in these terms.
Yeah, and you also have a very in-depth help section, which covers many topics. And sometimes if an affiliate has a question, it can be found there because somebody has already asked it and it's been formulated well as a question and answer. So this is really helpful in our daily work. Let's say.
Well, happy to help here. Thank you so much for this conversation today. It was my pleasure to conduct this little talk with you, and I hope this is not the last time we talk.
Thank
Um,
you, Sonia. Thank you so much.